Welcome to this preparatory session before we start our actual lessons. In this lesson, I'm going to be showing you how to attach pieces of watercolor paper to a canvas board so you have a substrate to paint on later. We are trying to get as many pieces of paper as we can onto the board, with some variation in sizes. You also want to leave some space for borders and the tape to actually stick onto the board. If I only put tape on the paper, there would be nothing for the tape to hold onto besides the paper, and this would mean the paper would slide off the board when I work. I want the paper to be stuck fast, as I will be working aggressively sometimes, and I don't want the paper to lift off the board when I use a lot of wet mediums. I suggest a neutral colored tape which has a medium width. You can see that I've used the opposite of what I've suggested, and this is why I had to spend a little bit more time cutting the pieces of tape to size, and also was influenced by my tape when I did the warm-up lessons later. To cut pieces of tape to size, I just cut it down the middle and use the straight edges of the tape to outline the paper. I made sure that the crooked lines, which I had cut, were overlapped. This meant I got a clean, straight border on my paper. If you happen to repeat these exercises after this lesson, I hope you will play with your paper configurations. One of my favorite ways to have my paper configured is have 15 small pieces on a larger board. That means at the end of my session, I have 15 little pieces of art. Using a catalyst wedge or a bone folder or anything with a smooth edge, I like to push down the tape against the paper. I want it to be really flush so that no bleed through of wet mediums takes place, and I have a clean border left at the end of my session. Here is the other board which I prepared earlier, like a good chef. These are the two boards which we will be using in our lessons. Let's move on to the first board, layer 1.